everything I planned for this year has really gone out the windy. Like, I can't even express to you.
Her bingo card.
Hi. We're back together.
The band is back together.
Back together. Welcome back, guys, to the Pay Attention Podcast.
We missed you.
And we missed each other a lot.
We're here in person.
We are. Oh.
I love us.
The band is back together.
The gang is back together and we are back with an episode after my solo last week, which was
sorry
yesterday.
guys. I would love to tell you why I couldn't go on the podcast, but I really can't.
It's really just not suitable.
It's really not suitable, but it was Rebecca did brilliant in my absence, and although Mercury was retrograding yesterday, you got the podcast up.
I got the podcast
at
up
like
eventually. At midnight, which is so me coded.
So you coded.
But I did get it up. The podcast is live. It was chaos. It was an ADHD fueled. Like, I think I talked about 27 topics.
The title alone made me giggle. I
thought of the title before I recorded the podcast. And then I was like, I know.
Why don't we ever do that? We snowball too much anyway. We really do. We'll say one thing and the other one will go into something completely different.
But that's what I did. I just thought of the title and I was like, that's chaotic, that's funny. And then I went from there. But we're back together. I'm in Ireland, Neve's in Ireland.
Yeah. Neve actually has never left Ireland, would you believe?
Neve's been here.
Why am I still here? Fuck's sake.
Well, you might be leaving sooner rather than later.
Well.
Who knows?
Anywho. How was your week at home?
So I've been home, a week now.
Yeah.
I came home Thursday night.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so nice.
It was
Kerry is just
the best. The peace in Kerry's insane.
Like, stunning, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. So we had so much fun. Mr. UK man came to meet the fam. Mm-hmm. Everyone loved him.
They did.
He loved Ireland.
Of course he did.
He had a breakfast roll. He was so shocked.
What was his thoughts on the Chinese?
Loved it. He was like, the UK don't do it the same.
They don't do it the same.
They don't. He was like, no, this is nicer.
What did he have? What was the order?
Okay, so the first night, I got too excited because I hadn't had a Chinese in ages.
Yeah.
So first night we got a spice bag to share.
Yeah.
But then I got chicken balls, and he got beef Szechuan, and then we got fried rice.
Sorry, what did you
say? Szechuan.
Szechuan?
Yeah.
Szechuan. I was like, what are you saying?
Well, how'd you say it?
Szechuan, I think.
Szechuan beef.
I could be wrong now, mind you. I was wrong about the L'Occitane. You were right.
I don't know how to pronounce beef Szechuan.
Say Worcestershire sauce. I can't even say that.
He got that, and then we got a kids, because in Pagoda they do a kids chicken chow mein. It's only a $5 and it's a full portion size.
Really?
I don't know how that works. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's delicious. So we got that as well. So we had so much food.
Oh, I want one now.
So much food. And then we got a Chinese again on Monday. Remember I texted you? And we shared, this time we were more, so we shared a 4-in-1. So I introduced him to the idea of a 4-in-1. And a spice bag. So but the spice bags here, like in the UK, if you order a spice chips, you could eat it all yourself and still be hungry afterwards.
You could feed 2 people and there's still stuff left over.
The spice bags here, you could feed 3 people nearly.
Yeah, you could.
They're huge. Like, I forgot how big the portion sizes are in the Chinese here.
Sorry guys, we had to fix the lighting there because my eyes... always.
That's okay.
As always, my eyes are at me. But yeah, so you got the...
Yeah, so we got 4-in-1, shared a spice bag.
Yeah.
It was just so good.
So good. So good. I love Chinese. I had a really good one over the weekend. But you ever like eat and then afterwards you're like, how did I eat all of that? Is there one takeaway I can eat and actually eat all of it? You know what I mean?
You eat all of it and then you're like, I'm so full.
I am so full, but it's good. I love it. I tend to get like the amber fire chicken and some egg fried rice. That's my favourite because it's not like, it doesn't hurt my tummy. Yeah. And then sometimes I'll get crispy shredded beef on the side as well.
Actually, even like in the UK, like UK man does not like sweet and sour sauce. Like he's like, it tastes like it's too like acidy and fake.
What?
And then I was like, try it here.
Yeah, it's way nicer here.
Yeah, he was like, that's so nice.
It's
and he was like, okay, he was like, because he tried crispy chili beef in the UK and he was like, it was so sickly, like it made me feel sick.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not right. And then he tried sweet and sour. So basically the UK just doesn't do it.
They don't.
They don't.
I can say that because I've experienced Manchester's.
And we've tried a few.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hit the same.
Doesn't hit the same. I don't know why.
I'm craving a spice bag now after
I know, same. Even though I'm like so sick I can't eat. I'm like, as I'm violently hungover as well, by the way. Nothing new there with me, I suppose.
No, Neve just had an exciting Wednesday evening.
I did, and I'm so hungover. I'm not even joking.
She arrived to my house and I was like, are you okay?
I was like, I don't know if I'm okay. Like the second I woke up this morning I was like, thank God I'm seeing Rebecca because I cannot be alone with my thoughts right now. I was like, I actually need to be like sitting down in her company.
Like I literally woke up this morning like excited. I was like, oh my God, it's podcast day.
I know. I feel like you're my boyfriend. I literally ring you before I go to bed and I was on FaceTime her before I went to sleep last night.
Oh my God, so
what are we like?
So much fun. So
much fun.
No, I've loved being in Ireland. We went to Dingle. We did the whole thing.
Dingle's so nice.
A car.
How did he get up on Connor's pass? Did you tell him?
It was so fine.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah.
I was nervous for him when
so fine.
I had said to Rebecca, we were out where you came out on Friday, and I had said to Rebecca, I was like, how is he going to get up past Connor's pass? And Rebecca looked at me like this, and I was like, you should be fine actually. Buses get up are fine.
No, he's a good driver, so he was happy, and it's so nice. But then we went back the other way, so at least he saw like both sides.
Both sides of it, yeah. I was laughing when you looked at me like this when I said it. I was like, you'll be fine.
Me just like not telling him, me being like, oh no, babe, this is the way.
Oh, I'm weak. I was giggling, laughing after, so I was like, sorry.
Because you have to go to the waterfall.
You have to. I was violently hungover after that night as well.
Really?
What is with me and hangovers? Why can't I drink anymore?
I don't want to jinx myself, but since I moved to Rome, like not a single hangover, and I should have had them.
I was like that over in the UK as well. I'd have no hangovers, but now they have really, really ruined my life. Like I didn't drink a lot yesterday. I'm so hungover. Even when we went out that night.
What did you drink?
I had a glass of wine. I nearly said a bottle of wine, a glass of wine, and then I had 2 ciders and 2 wines again. So that was a lot of alcohol, wasn't it?
Yeah, mixing cider and wine as well.
I know, but I didn't want to get too drunk on the wine, but it happened anyway regardless. Like, you know what I mean? I'm so fucking hell, I'm so shook. Like, woke up this morning and I was like, I'll take a Diurolite, and I took 2, and like I took them before bed. Normally they save me. No. They didn't save me, guys. I was like, what is going on here?
Sorry, you told me this, but why don't they sell Motilium in the UK?
Oh, it's something to do with your heart. It's bad for your heart. Oh. We could just get it over the counter here. They're trying to put it on prescription here, but they can't do that to me because I will get sick all the time otherwise. I live on Motilium, like. Oh, yeah, dear. They don't do that, and there's something else that they do over the counter in the UK that they don't do over the counter.
Is it melatonin?
Yeah, they do that, and they also do. I think you can get like codeine, you know, like Feminex and all them.
Oh yeah,
you can get the ones with the codeine in them over in Manchester or in the UK. Why not bring them back to Manchester? Like
Manchester's just.
It's.
I can't wait to visit.
I know. I can't wait for you to visit as well. Whenever I go back. This right, who fucking knows? Honestly, guys, don't listen to anything I say about my life anymore because. Everything I planned for this year has really gone out the windy. Like, I can't even express to you.
Your bingo card.
My bingo card has not bingo carded this year, but it has. But like,
no, it's not that it hasn't been good. It's just that you picked up the bingo card you picked up is not the bingo card that I had anticipated, and I also think that God has me on His toughest soldiers list this year. And I need to get off it for next year because I can't. What is going on? Oh, but yeah, my bingo card is bingo carding. I was laughing. Like, the fact I was supposed to be in Toronto in June. I'm still here. Imagine if you were in Toronto right now.
I know. I think I would have hated it. I'm lying. I would have loved it, but that's what I'm mentally telling myself. You know what I mean? It's just such an expensive city to live in.
Sorry, everything's so expensive now.
Yeah.
This whole new thing. Sorry.
But the returning
15th.
Oh, well, yeah.
It is driving me.
Do they have that in Italy as well? They do.
No.
What?
No.
Oh God, Mom is so funny. She loves it. Sorry, Mom listens to the podcast as well. But anyway, Mom takes him back, and like Mom would be walking up like she's Santa with a full-on sack around her back. The money they get back is insane.
But it's like, it's in vouchers though. It's
Yeah,
not like
into
money.
done stores.
Or but also, like, because me and my cousin Lana were talking yesterday, because she lives in Dubai.
Yeah.
And obviously we both came back.
Oh yeah.
When I left, a can of Monster in Super Value was less than €2. Now it's €3, and there's like a 20-cent tax on it. What are we, America?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's so expensive to live here at the moment.
Like, someone commented on my TikTok video recently, because I made a TikTok about, you know, the way Apple Green does the offer for $2.47 for 4 Monster. And they commented being like, oh, with the tax, like that's, and I was like, no, like this is America. Like,
oh yeah.
But they were actually right.
And you were wrong.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive. Do you think we should
Still
just riot over it? Although no, in fairness,
No,
we can't
maybe-
be egging on any more of those riots. Tell him, Mr. Magpie.
Yeah,
Tell
sorry.
him, Mr. Magpie. Sorry, I'm superstitious.
No, it's fine. Sorry, people are rioting, but like targeting Lush.
Sorry, first of all, can I just please say, if you're the type of person who goes out and riots, like, you're literally damaging local businesses. What is that going to fucking do for anyone? You're damaging your community. You're damaging someone's livelihood. Like, what is you damaging Lush? It's the exact same thing when the protests happened in Dublin there in November, and they literally burnt down O'Connell Street. Like,
For what?
You're not going to jump out of a Foot Locker robbing some shoes or a Canada Goose jacket and say, oh, I'm so like Podrick Pierce and like Michael Collins. You're nothing like them.
And also, the reason people are rioting is disgusting.
It's disgusting, like, and I'm sorry, it's 2024, honestly, if you're racist at this point in your life, you genuinely need to give your head a wobble. Like, how are you that weird? It's weird. It's actually weird to have the concept of thinking that you don't like someone because of the country they're from or the colour of their skin or whatever it is. You're a freak. Freak.
That's
but
the
anyway,
only word for it.
It's mad because you know that Australia and all them have like put like their citizens like on like warnings, don't travel to the UK. There's loads of countries.
There's travel where Malaysia did it, like loads of countries did like
I think Africa did it as
a
well.
warning, like don't travel to the UK at the moment.
Like, what the fuck? Like, how has it gotten to that point? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just so scary.
Imagine how scary it is for people of colour to like just be existing.
I saw this really sad thing of like this man, and he was like at work and he came back and his car was burnt out. He's a carer. He was working a 12-hour shift and he came home and his car was like upside down burning in a field.
But like, does insurance cover that there?
Well, there was a GoFundMe and he's raised like 30 grand.
Amazing. But like, say if, like business wise, like if your business is burnt down, it depends if you have insurance.
Depends if you have insurance, and number two, depends on the type of claim you have or type of insurance you have. Maybe it covers it, but it doesn't cover if there was rioting or whatever, you know what I mean? Which I can imagine a lot of companies are going to start putting into their policy that like, oh, if there's riots, like, because there's been so many lately, like.
It's actually disgusting.
I saw, you know, Izzy Oakley, I think it is.
Yeah.
I seen her make it, I hope it's her. She's the one that's friends with GK Barry.
No, Izzy Oakley is the Australian one. You're talking about the girl with the brown hair, and yeah, I know her name is Izzy, but it's not Oakley, I don't think. But I know who you're talking about.
So she made a TikTok and was like, are you paying into the country? Because all it seems to me is that you're taking out of it. Like, because she's like, I can't, she's like, it's given jobless. Like, she was like, I can't imagine any employer letting anyone be off to go do that. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 1 o'clock on a Monday.
Yeah, like, where are you? Are you not at work? I work. I have things to do. Like, do you not have things to do? Get a life, is what I want to say.
No, like, I've seen videos and it was like, oh, people are taking our jobs, and it's like, oh, what happens when you go to get a job? And he was like, oh, I can't get a job because I have like
a criminal record.
Yeah,
he was a rapist, or he's a paedophile. It was one or the other. Like, and you think.
No one's taking your job, you took your own job.
Yeah, and like everyone who's rioting, like, you're probably not going to be able to get a job anyway again now because you're going to have a criminal record for rioting. I'm actually kind of glad.
But I don't think these people like they're just like disgusting and looking for a reason to, you know, like they're like, I can't even put myself in the mind of like.
No, I can't relate to them at all.
But like
I can't in the slightest.
Yeah,
it's so fucked.
Like, but I saw like, cause you know the way you see videos of rioters and it's always like the white men who like have nothing else to be doing on a Monday. But then I saw loads of videos of like young girls like coming out of Lush with like bags of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ew.
Now, I would be partial to robbing a wine glass on a night out, but I would never rob an
No,
actual
but like
business.
during the riots, like
yeah.
they're as in those girls are rioting too. Like it's not.
I saw this thing when the riots happened in Dublin, and it was like because it happened on O'Connell Street. It was so funny. It was like, it's funny how Foot Locker and all them got robbed, but Eason's remained untouched. All the bookstore, like, I was weak, like, but yeah, it's so
honestly,
strange.
it's actually the world is a scary place right now. And Taylor Swift's why can't I use words? Taylor Swift's 3 nights in Vienna were cancelled.
So sad.
And she doesn't even like.
World's actually gone mad, hasn't it?
It's a scary place.
Yeah, it is a scary place. I don't want to be. No, I do want to be here, but like I was gonna feel like I don't want to be here anymore. That sounded so dark. No, it is very sad. It's very dark, and I don't know why you'd target a concert with loads of little girls and women, and like it's pretty much women dominated. Like that's a thing that's like.
It's scary, and we don't support it. And if you listen to the podcast, but you also believe in any of those things, then
honestly, I would punch you in the face. I'm not joking. I have no time for that shit. That makes me so
or
angry.
if it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend who's like participating, like that, you might as well be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, it's like, how do you surround yourself with people that are doing that? It's actually disgusting. Like, it actually infuriates me so much.
No,
honestly, I actually you know what, I won't incriminate myself. I was just gonna say I probably would hit, like, if I seen one of those riders. Although I'm gonna say something mean again. Stop now, Niamh.
It's just
I just can't.
What else is going on in the world that is?
Oh, Cody Cole, I seen today on the BFX podcast.
I would say that is light and positive.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
no,
he stepped down.
He stepped down from what?
His podcast and his podcast company. Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
Is
like,
he still
if
married?
you showed me a photo of him right now, I wouldn't know him. I can't, like, I don't know what he looks like. And that's not me being like, who is he even anyway? I know he is, like,
you know, the best way to describe him is if you could imagine your average white American man from memory that's kind of skinny.
I can, like,
you can kind of sense it. Now let me show you a photo of him to see if it
I'm
actually
so
resonated in your head.
I like, in my head I have like dark hair, kind of like spiky.
You're on the right path.
Spiky dark, like I don't think I've seen this man. Maybe I'll see him and I'll be like, oh, that's him, but I don't think I know what he looks like.
And he has a wife. I feel sorry for her. Yeah, spiky. You're right. He's literally the most average.
He kind of looks like David Dobrik in a way.
Yeah.
He gives that energy.
He's something. And the downfall of Mr. Beast is happening as well.
What?
Yeah, do you not hear about all this?
No.
Oh my god, yeah, downfall of Mr. Beast is happening at the moment. It's massive.
It's Mercury retrograde. It comes for people.
Telling you. It does.
No, but like Mercury retrograde gives like justice, or like brings back themes of like if you did wrong before, like bring that back up, or if someone wronged you or a situation wronged you that wasn't supposed to pan out that way. Mercury retrograde like gives is a time where like you could get a different result if you've learned a lesson, or if a lesson has been learned. So it's a time of like reflection and realizing things, looking back at certain situations and either like getting like justice from it, or like so if you're not a great person and don't do great things, then you'll like get your thing. But Mercury retrograde is very much so here.
It is
very much so here,
and it's got its kiss for me. Anywho,
it's not always bad. Like sometimes Mercury retrograde is good, especially when it's in your first house and you're a Virgo rising.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. How would you rate your summer so far? Because it's like,
I'm trying to think, what have I done
it's
this summer?
Nearly the end of summer. You were on like overall.
Oh yeah, overall, I'd give it a 6.
A 6.
And the 6 is the holiday that I went on.
Oh.
Yeah, it was nice.
I've
just chilled out. Been working.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, playing Sims, reading a book. I'm the most introverted person ever, and you'd never think. Like, I literally do nothing. Yeah, it's been really nice. Actually, sorry, I went to Manchester really, so maybe I'm going to give it a 7 as well. What are you going to put it as?
I don't know. I'm having a really good summer, but I also
You're having
feel
a
like
summer of love. Summer loving had me a blast.
you know, I played Rizzo in when we were younger in the mobile.
Yeah.
This was obviously back before there was
Yeah.
internet very easily accessible. So we used to put on shows, like all of us kids in the mobile. We watched the Grease movie.
And put it on.
No, like 5, 6, 7 times and wrote the whole script out. Like we were all there like writing out the script.
Insane.
So like I was writing out Rizzo, like someone else was writing out. So we wrote out the whole script. We watched the movie over and over and then we performed
That's insane.
the whole movie of Grease. So it must have been like
God.
2 hours. I was Rizzo.
You know, Abby's sister is Rizzo in Greece at the moment. She's class. Wow.
But
vocals on her are insane. But yeah, that's so funny that you did that. That's so cute. That's our first time breaking out into song this time, is it? We break out into song.
Loving,
Had me a blast. We sing it every episode. Happened so fast. But yeah, you've had a if I was to put you into terms of Taylor Swift, you've had a, what's that? My Lover, you know that song? Lover. Is that her Lover
It's
era?
called Lover, yeah.
Well, that you're having that this summer. And I'd say I'm having the Tortured Poets department. Accurate. Like,
Daddy,
very,
I love it.
very accurate. But Daddy, I love it.
And so high school.
Yeah.
Oh. Who's having the summer of love really? That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question here. But when I compare like my last summer to this summer, like last summer was so like
chill,
but also like I wasn't really doing anything. I don't think I was in a great place. And if you would have told me last summer
what would happen this
what
summer?
this summer would look like it's
if
just
you would
like
told
your
me
life can change
well.
in an instant.
Fucking yes, it can.
It's so crazy how things can just change. You never really know what's around the corner.
You truly never know what is around the corner ever. Honestly. Honestly.
There's a little elephant in the room right now, but we can't talk about it.
We're never talking about it, but it'll be funny. Maybe one day.
We could talk about it, just not here.
Yeah, maybe we'll do the Patreon.
Yeah, I'm really leaning towards the Patreon of it all.
I know, but you know what our problem is, Rebecca? And when I say it's ours, like both of ours, like we really forget the days of the week and we forget when we do the podcast.
See, I think we'd need to, if we were to do a Patreon, we'd need to be 4 weeks ahead of ourselves.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So if we started, say if we in our minds started the Patreon this week but didn't put it live till like end of September.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we would have to do that. There's like
so we'd have to be like well ahead of ourselves.
1000%.
But because I joined the cancelled Patreon.
Yeah.
And
we're gonna have to talk about it.
We're gonna have to talk about it because we've talked about we can't not talk about this.
Yeah, it's so hard not to talk about it.
Especially because I'm like I love the Cancel podcast.
You do love the Cancel podcast.
I'm such a Tana Mojo girly.
You are such a Tana Mojo girly.
And I've always loved Tana Mojo.
Yeah.
And Brooke Schofield had such a rise in the last few weeks. Like a rise. She was really at her pinnacle of her career. Really?
Honestly, well and truly. She's pretty much established.
She really was. And people found old tweets.
Which were honestly the worst thing I've ever seen.
Which were...
Like, there's usually bad tweets, but then there's this. This was like a newer level of how low these tweets were.
These tweets were awful. And I've so many thoughts about tweets and bring up tweets. Because, first of all, like, obviously they were racist tweets. And obviously we're both white. So it's like... Yeah. We have no room to ever, like, be... No. Like... judge whether they're good or bad tweets really because like
whatever about the tweets, her response, we can't accept her apology.
No, that's what I mean. We can't say like, oh, it was good or oh, it's not that bad or oh absolutely like not. But I'm saying in like as a general when people bring up old tweets like from when people were children, it's not children but like as in when people resurface old tweet like it's so not in Brooke's situation obviously because there's some old tweets but it's like also grow like you want people to grow but then if you're reflecting on who they were 10 years ago and judging them off that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the whole thing with that is that wasn't the timeline of that. It wasn't too long
ago.
So she's like 23. These tweets were when she was 17, 18. So
well, she's 27.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's older than Tana.
Well, I still think it's ridiculous.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's not ridiculous.
No, I know. I definitely do think in times like this, though, you know, she shouldn't be so on her mighty horse. And like, look, we do hope that one would be able to learn and change and like, grow the way that she has. But in the same sense, I'm like, you cannot blatantly like point the finger, bash everyone every day of the week, knowing that you've got those skeletons in your closet and that like, you know, you felt this way before. And did you see the things where it came up about her saying that she started doing like her college thing on like racism or whatever, and her marks went up? I thought that was pure sleazy, because it's like, you know, obviously now she has friends like that are like people of colour, and like I just don't think that she'd be able to, like, I think she's a lot of work to do if she ever wants to redeem herself. I don't think, you know, her coming on being like, oh, I owe a lot, like, you know, I've been very big on accountability, I made these whatever. It's like, you should have actually just listened to
I think it was a panic apology.
Yeah, and I don't think a panic apology ever does anything, because, you know, people are still going to be angry about it.
Also, yeah, and I think especially because she has BPD and stuff, it's like, it was just, you could see in her face, it was such a, she hadn't thought about what she was going to say at all. Yeah. It was just kind of like, she saw it was happening, she picked up her phone and she just like spoke. And I think I'm just so intrigued to see what, like, Will cancelled to have an episode this week. Yeah. Because the Patreon has nothing like fresh or new uploaded. Yeah. But it's just, that's like Mercury retrograde, like all these old things can resurface. Yeah.
I think Trisha Paytas was amazing. I listened back. She was really good in saying like, I'm not.
That's part of Brooke's brand now are these tweets, and they don't go away. No, and they don't. You know, when you, no matter if you put stupid things like awful things online when you were a child or you were 12, you were 17, they're part of who you were or who you are, and they're part of your like.
Yeah, it's part of your makeup. Like
it's part of your makeup, and it's awful.
Yeah, I just think it's awful, and do you know what? I'd love to hear some like black creators come out and talk about like what they make of it, because
I've seen loads on TikTok.
I have. Will you send them on to me? Because nobody that I follow like has really responded about it, because like they're really like, I'm not giving her the time of day to talk
like
about
I've seen one or two creators that, and I don't know who they are, but I've just seen creators like stitch it. Yeah. And like I've seen a few. I've seen loads of both. Like, not both sides, but like I've seen some creators, because I was telling you, people went and found her Facebook post from 2020 when the whole BLM thing was going on, and they were really like progressive and kind of like she was like, I've learned and I'm surrounded by, and she was like really going into it. But that was obviously 2020, whereas those tweets were like 2015 or the ones before. So then there were some creators saying like, how can we expect people to learn and grow if when we see that, then we are like, no. But then other people are like
do you know what? I think there's a tweet, and then there's the relentless tweeting that she was doing.
No, but that's what I mean. And then some creators were saying like, this is disgusting, and like this person is who she is, and like some people like will go at lengths side us. And obviously at the end of the day, we don't like, parasocial relationships are one-sided. Yeah. So we really don't know who this person is.
Yeah, we don't.
So it's not like.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I can't see myself enjoying anything she puts
and you
out
and
future.
It's like
I loved her.
Like last week, you were texting me being like, I'm such a Brooke girl and you're such a Tana girl. Yeah. And like.
And now it's just like, you know, it's like stale milk. I just can't, like, you know, I just like, because like obviously like I have friends like of colour, and like I would just like, that just sits so wrong with me on so many levels that now it's pissed me off. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck you, like that's annoying.
It's so, but you never really know who someone is. Like,
no, I know, it's fucked.
Like, and that's the thing with online things, like you only see like one side of people. Yeah. And fucked. Obviously they're not going to put that side online.
I know, guys.
And like, especially like with Tana, like her family, like Amari's.
Yeah, literally, like, her actual family.
Yeah, her family who raised her. Yeah. So I like.
I don't know, it's fucked.
I don't know what.
I'd love to know what Tana said to her.
But apparently these tweets were found years ago. But it's because
the Clinton Kane stuff.
It's gone so mainstream now that they were like pulled back up. But apparently they've been out there. I didn't know about them, but allegedly they have like been out there. So
that's crazy.
It's just like, as Trisha Paytas said, it's part of her brand now. Like, she can't like undo that.
Yeah.
So it just depends how she moves
I'd love
forward.
to see how Trisha's like.
Because Trisha has had loads of like with trans people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you're always going to have something that comes out that's controversial, but when it's racism, it's just disgusting.
Yeah. God, there is so many racists out there really these days, isn't there? You think in 2024, between the riots and this, like...
And then when you think about like so many Irish people, it's like, how are you... Do you not know your history?
Do
like,
you
how
not
are
remember
you racist?
no blacks, no dogs, no Irish? Are you slow? Like, come on. Like... That was such recent history. Like.
Yeah, and like part of me was like, oh, we'll have like a lighter like pop culture podcast, but everything that's going on in pop culture right now,
it's hard. Like it's hard to ignore it for sure.
You can't like we couldn't like just yap about
it. Yappa. What are you doing for the rest of the summer? What are your plans for the rest of the summer?
Okay, so allegedly. I want obviously. So Rome right now stays really, really hot till about the 3rd week in August. Yeah. It's my first time home since January. I only booked a 1-night way flight, as I said on last week's episode.
So, you only ever book 1-way flights?
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know.
She's so funny, like.
So I book a 1-way flight, and then I am either going to go back to Rome sometime next week, or back to the UK, or to another European country. You're because so my friends in Rome are going on a holiday and it's Ricardo's birthday.
Happy birthday, Ricardo.
Happy birthday.
Jenny sends her love.
He definitely does not listen to this podcast. Carlotta does.
I know.
But Ricardo.
Hey, Carlotta, baby.
Yeah, Carlotta's like, when my name comes up, I'm like, oh, that's me.
I love her.
So they're all going on holidays because in Italy, as I said in last week's episode, they all get holiday.
Yeah, like, it's unreal. I suppose the heat's too hot, like.
But it's like, but everything closes.
Why don't we get that here?
it's like school holidays, but for adults. It's lovely.
But then who works in the shops and stuff?
Well, loads of shops closed. Like my Pokeball place is closed. My nail place is closed. My pedicure place is closed.
So what if
like businesses like closed for like a week or two?
What if tourists?
Like the main I suppose center of Rome. Isn't like things probably
they're so big on me.
We need to talk about your leggings, Laura.
I know.
That's pop culture.
Is it pop culture?
Yeah, because it's Tala and Grace Beverly.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Anyway, guys,
tell us the lore about the leggings.
You already know. I got a big bunda, right? But I find it so hard to buy leggings that fit the ass, because the legs are always baggy and then the stomach's always baggy area. So like it literally just fits my ass sometimes. It literally just fits my ass sometimes, and then you'd wonder why is it so hard for big booty bitches to buy leggings? It's an epidemic. I know. What the fuck is going on? Anywho, I got leggings from Tala. I go too hard in the gym and then they rip. On the inside of the leg and on the bum scrunch, depending on what leggings I got. I made a TikTok of me sewing my Tala leggings because I find that they rip like on the inside of the leg, right?
Yeah.
And on the ass if you have the bum scrunch ones. And I was just sewing them and I made a TikTok being like, will you please reduce the price if they said they break this easy? And Grace Beverly wrote to me. And she just took all my
personally
notes. Yeah, and took all my notes on board and was like, oh brilliant. And now she was like, well, I'll send you out something. I was like, no, I don't want anything, it's fine, just take the notes on board. And yeah, now I'm getting a free pair of leggings, which is good. Thank you, Grace.
But like your TikTok didn't even go viral. Like it's not like the TikTok went viral and Grace felt the need to like address it.
No, I had 1,000 comments. Can we please talk about the Irish influencer stuff at the moment?
Oh my god, I knew there was something else to talk about.
There's so much to talk about between all of this. Basically,
the 5K of it all.
The 5K of it all.
So for all our international listeners.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot. Like only 60% are Irish. So we have 40%. Now obviously they're probably Irish. Well, they might be.
No, we've way too much in America for that to be Irish, to be fair.
Yeah, are us Irish are everywhere though.
I know.
So basically the lore is, who went to an event?
Don't know who it was, but this girl went to an event and she said a creator. She never actually said influencer, which I liked. Because she was like, ye are all running around trying to figure out who this is. I never said it was an influencer. I said it was a creator.
Yeah, it could have been anyone.
Could have been absolutely anyone. And essentially just said like, that she like goes on her jog and then does like a small bit, gets in the car and whatever. Now it seems like a far-fetched lie, probably is one to be fair, but all the influencers got so defensive about it. Like if you're actually
not me doing the 5K. I've never like
if you're actually doing the 5K or you're doing a run though, why do you feel like you need to justify yourself? Like that's what was suspicious to me. Everyone's like, it's obviously not me, guys, it's not me, and there were so many of them. And then a few influencers were like, why do people hate influencers? And I was like, they don't hate them, but they don't find you authentic.
There was a narrative of like some people took the 5K of like nothing's real, like these influencers just lie to us, and then some people saw the funny side.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was so funny.
So funny.
Like pretending you're doing. So was she like running a little bit and like vlogging it, and then like getting into her car, driving up and vlogging?
Do you know
like,
how hard that is to do as well? I'm like, how are you doing that? And where are you running that you could get in a car park and do it again?
Yeah, because 5K.
You're just abandoning the car on the side of the road.
Maybe she was lying to her one. Maybe she created a lie. Like maybe she was like,
I love lying as well when I'm drinking. So
that, and if they didn't know each other, maybe she was like, oh. And then some people saw the side of like, obviously this person who is faking her 5Ks is like really insecure. And then loads of people just got on the bandwagon of like, we hate Irish influencers as a whole. But I think when people are saying that, they're talking about a very niche subsection.
Yeah. And I also think as influencers, you should understand. Like, if you're good enough at your job, you understand. Like, loads of influencers that are actually, in my eyes, I deem very authentic ones, actually liked the TikTok.
Yeah,
I was just saying facts. Like, I was like, the reason they don't is because all of you are working with the same brands and you're all doing the same ad, and nobody's going to find it believable that every single one of you love this product because you're all doing it at the same time.
Yeah. No, because it's campaigns. So brands will see. I think the Irish influencer space is teeny tiny, and then obviously it's all out of Dublin.
Yeah.
So all these agencies are in Dublin, so they kind of work with most people who are in Dublin.
Yeah, 100%.
And then it's a very kind of it's like the ad campaigns. Like in America, these campaigns are huge, and like they'll be like, we want to work with Alex Earle, or we want to work with like Monet McMichael.
Yeah.
Because she fits our brand. Whereas in Ireland, it's like, we have this product to promote.
Yeah.
Who can we get to promote it?
Yeah.
It's kind of flipped.
It is flipped 100%, and it's really interesting because when I was coming to them, people were genuinely asking me questions, being like, why do marketing teams do this and why don't companies align them more? And I was like, there's loads of reasons. They don't have the budget, the resources. One marketing person could be doing 10 marketing jobs at once. That's why they can't do it.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting because I was getting really like insightful, thought-provoking questions, but then I was simultaneously getting people, like obviously influencers on their burners accounts, commenting on this, being like, oh, so you're so qualified to talk about this, are you? I swear I'm so sick of all these consultants. I was like, yeah, I actually am qualified to talk about it. I have a BA in Law and English, an MSc in Management and Marketing, and I have over 5 years experience in B2B and B2C marketing. And let that sit for you. Anywho, then she said, oh, I might go get my whatever out of the attic or something, like something marketing for dummies. And I was like, oh, let me get it. I was so funny. She's like, you should get marketing for dummies. I was like, you might get influencing for dummies out of it while you're at it. Because like, if people forget I'm not an influencer, I'll clap back. Like, I don't take anything.
But also like my favourite people to follow on the internet, I would say they're more personalities than influence. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's one of the questions as well. They're more creators than influencers. Like, they're just kind of like themselves. You know, they create content.
Wait, yeah, no, I do. And I think also Ireland definitely has the whole tall poppy syndrome where people love people until they start being successful.
Yeah, 100%.
And then it's like, but if you don't like someone, you can just block them and unfollow them. Like, you don't actually have to engage with their content, like, at all.
Like, so many people commented on that. I got like 200 comments on it. I'm trying to find she deleted it.
You should reply to more. You should keep going.
I could, but then I couldn't be arsed at the same time.
I know.
I'll probably do something else. They deleted the comment. So funny.
They always deleted. What is a comment no longer available or something?
No,
Did you reply back directly?
I replied with a video and then I deleted it because I felt bad.
Oh.
Because I told them to do one and I thought maybe that was a bit too fair.
I thought maybe I might have gone. But yeah. I didn't see too many TikToks about it because I'm genuinely... My feed is so Americanized. Like, it genuinely is.
Yeah, it is. You see... Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm breaking this news to you. Do you see that there's a Raising Cane's coming to Dublin?
I broke the... you were asleep last night and I sent it to you on TikTok.
Oh, fuck it, I see
Raising
it
Cane's
today.
is coming in December.
Yeah.
I sent you 2 TikToks and I was about to text you, be like, wake up, babe,
it was
Raising
you who broke
Cane's
it
is
to me.
coming to Dublin.
Literally, like, it was you who broke it to me.
Wake up, babe, Raising Cane's is coming to Dublin. Sorry, we need to go. We need to do a vlog going to Raising Cane's in Dublin.
Absolutely.
In December.
Yeah, 100%. We have to.
We have to.
We have to. It has to be done.
There's no choice in the matter.
You did break it to me.
Oh.
It wasn't me breaking it to her, never mind.
It's very exciting though, all the same. But yeah, there has been so much controversy online recently.
I've got less hungover as this podcast has gone on. So thank you everyone for staying with me while I've navigated this very bad hangover.
Do you know what my takeaway from all this like going on is that like parasocial relationships are interesting.
Really?
Because they're like very like you think you know someone, right? Whether it's...
You think you know someone.
No, but it's whether it's Brooke Schofield, an Irish influencer, whoever. But like you have no idea who this person is actually.
You haven't a clue. And you know what I find really interesting as well?
Like...
The internet is not a real place, and people get so wound up about it. It's not a real place.
It's so not a real place, and of course, there's people online who are more authentic than others.
Yeah, of course.
And more themselves, and like they just will share their. But those people are very rare.
Yeah.
Like the people that actually share everything, and even the people who do share everything, they have parts of their lives that they will never share.
Like us.
Or they're like parts of who they are that will never share.
Yeah.
And there's people who won't, but I think the more you get wrapped up in an internet world, the scarier it is.
Sorry guys, this hoodie's so big. I keep looking and I'm sitting like the hunchman over here because it's bagging up.
I'm wearing my Lover's Sunday merch and I literally, when I came home, I found so many items of clothing.
I know, I love that.
I forgot about. Like, I left my Skims robe here. Also, I had these Prada...
Oh my God, remember, yeah, you got them.
I had these Prada sunglasses that I got last summer.
Yeah.
And before I went to Thailand, I was looking for them and I couldn't find them. And I was like, they must have just disappeared. And I came home and I found them in a jacket pocket. And they're actually real Prada sunglasses. So I was delighted with myself.
Slay queen.
It was a great time. It's great coming home and like finding things you forgot. Like so much makeup.
So much makeup,
so
much clothes, everything.
I didn't have too much PR waiting for me. Oh. Which is natural because... I don't live in Dublin. I'm not in Ireland. Like my relevancy in that area might be quite small. But I did have packages from L'Oreal and Maybelline. So shout out L'Oreal and Maybelline. Love you the most. Mascara, new one. It's really nice. It's called Firework. But there's so many mascaras now. Like sure.
Yeah.
Like
I just use Essence. Like I know
the Essence ones. It's great.
Essence, like I've really sensitive skin. Like guys, like the most sensitive ever. And Essence, like everything is okay on me. Like it's brilliant. Like and it really lasts. And like I got this like face serum the last day, and I'm not joking. It's the first serum I've put on my face in years that hasn't broke me out in like a psoriasis flare up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so impressed with it. I don't know why people don't rave on about Essence more. I think it's like so slay.
I think some of these like cheaper brands that are everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a lot more money probably goes into as opposed to a more smaller niche, higher end brand because. They have, like, they can be so cheap because they are worldwide and world known. Like, my favourite powder is a Pond's one. Oh but it's a Pond's translucent powder that I got in Thailand. It is, if anyone goes to Thailand, it is so good, you have to get it. It comes in, like, you know the baby powder, like, container? With the holes at the top that you can, like... It's so good. Yeah,
they do really good moisturisers as well.
Yep.
Loads of people in my family use it. It's really good.
And, like, I was a Laura Mercier powder girl.
I don't use loose powder.
Really?
What's it for?
What do you use?
I use the Maybelline Fit Me.
Oh, yeah, so that's, like, pressed powder.
What's the difference?
So they're the same thing, it's just one is loose, one is pressed.
Yeah, why would you get loose when you could get it pressed?
I don't know, I like the loose one. There must be a difference.
There must be a difference.
I make a
You need
purchase.
to do this. Yeah, I was going to say this is your area.
I think that you can pack on a loose powder more. Like you can put more of it in an area.
Okay.
Like you can concentrate it a bit more. I thought you'd be a loose powder girly.
Yeah, no, I'm a pressed powder bitch.
So what's your makeup routine at the moment? What's your like go-to for all the makeup girlies who are like not looking for like overconsumption, like 100 brands, like they just want things that work. Like your top 5 anything products, like things that work. It could be hair, body, skin, makeup. Just your top 5, like ride or die. This actually works. I actually use this and I will buy this again and again and again.
I love that question. Okay.
I know.
Okay, so I'm going to leave my foundation and concealer out of it because I've been getting them for years. So they're always a given there. But things that are actually quite affordable that I use that I think people would be like, what? I need to get that is I wash my skin randomly with a bar of soap, Dove, because it's the only thing.
Amazing.
It's amazing. It's the only thing that doesn't flare my skin, and my skin is really soft. I get like, oh my god, my skin is just in such a good thing out of it. And following on in Dove, I use the tinted moisturizer, and it is the most hydrating. It's actually more hydrating than the normal Dove moisturizer. The tinted moisturizer leaves you really soft and stuff. It doesn't flare up my eczema. The Essence liquid eyeliner, and not the waterproof one, the silver top one, you know, the one from years ago.
No.
That's the only one I've ever used, liquid eyeliner. That's the only one I've ever used and will ever use.
And your eyeliner slays all the time.
Thanks. And I wear the Essence green. It has like a ribbon on the top of it. Mascara. Love that one.
The black and green one.
Yeah. And then the Maybelline Fit Me. They're what things
The pressed powder.
Pressed powder. I couldn't live without.
That's amazing. Because I feel like for so many years I needed like
the expensive.
Not even the expensive, but like if a new blush came out,
yeah.
I needed it.
Yeah.
And it's like I had like 7 blushes.
Yeah.
Who needs 7 blushes? 7? No one needs 7 blushes unless you're a working makeup artist and you have a kit.
Yeah.
But like the overconsumption of makeup and beauty products this new thing came out and I need this new one, and I've so gone into an era now of like
whatever
I have this, it works, I'm going to use it till it's gone.
Yeah.
And then if I want to try something new, I will.
Yeah.
Or if something gets sent to me, of course, I'll like try it, whatever. But
what are your 5, would you say?
Okay, so that Pond's powder, even though I know you can't get it in Ireland, but maybe you could get it on Amazon or something.
I think you can get Pond's moisturizer, so if you can definitely get the powder.
Yeah, it's like a makeup. I don't know, is it only available in Asia maybe? It could be a product. It's so good. Then what else do I use like without fail? That body wash, the L'Occitane oil one is so good. Always leaves my skin absolutely stunning. CeraVe, the cleanser and the moisturizer, not the face moisturizer, just the regular. It comes in like the big pump. You can use it face and body, and you can actually use a face and body.
Is that the UV one? I have that.
No, it's there's no SPF, no nothing. It's like a plain white bottle with blue.
Did I say UV instead of SPF? I'm so hungover. I'm sorry.
But SPF does UV rays.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did it wrong.
You're getting there. There's CeraVe, and then what do I use like all the time without fail? The Elf eyebrow pencil thing.
Yeah, that is really good.
Really nice.
Well.
Sorry, no, the Maybelline Fit Me lip, velvet lip thing.
Oh, the one that we both have. That's unreal. I have to say
they're so good.
Really good. And you know what? Sometimes like drugstore makeup is like better. Sometimes I think.
Yeah, and I just don't think we need all these like.
No.
Like, of course, it's nice to have nice things, and like I love, but like you don't need 27 different.
Absolutely not. You don't, and I feel like. Because we're constantly seeing people consume and get these gifts and stuff that like that's what you're supposed to be doing, but it's not. We're hot and we're basic with our makeup routines.
But you know who I saw make a video yesterday and I actually really enjoyed it?
Yeah.
P. Louise. She made a video being like, you don't need, because she was like, obviously we hype up our launches because there's demand. But she was like, you don't need to be using Clarinet to buy our makeup. You don't need to be like, if you like, you don't need to be buying like our new blush if you still have our old blush. Like, you don't need
the newest
products.
I respect that from her as a business owner because obviously that affects her bottom line as well. But like,
Because I think
true, like
we got into, like, we were very part of like the 2016 makeup core, where
YouTube,
you had to have the new things, the Morphe, the like all the makeup artists. You always had to have like the newest stuff, the launches, like the Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson launch, and you had to have it. But now I feel like that generation of like 2016 makeup girlies are growing up and they're more like, okay, these are like my go-tos, this is what I need. But 9 and 10 and 11-year-olds
now we're saying that
now have skincare routines.
Yeah. I remember one of my younger cousins before wanted Sol de Janeiro, a boom boom cream, and she wanted something else from Brown Thomas, and I was like, I was just going on Essence at this age, like no way. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
But they're who the overconsumption is like affecting now.
I know. God bless my kids. They're going to be wearing Essence. I don't care. It's a rite of passage. I had to do it. You have to do it as well. Mommy's still doing it.
Mommy's still wearing Essence.
I love that everyone calls me Mommy.
I like Essence, and I like, what's the other one? Catrice.
Catrice,
The Catrice lip liners.
I used to love Catrice concealer as well, actually. Do you remember back in the day? I think that's a good dupe for the Estee Lauder one.
Is it Essence lip liner I use? And I got it in
It
Rome.
that was the one. Yeah, it was so good.
I couldn't find the shade, so I'm gonna look for. I'm actually gonna go to town today, and I need to get, because I did get a cleanser in Pure, and it did break me out so badly. So I just need to get my CeraVe again. Yeah, like you can't. It's just like I know when I'm getting a breakout from a product, because it'll be like bumps, like loads of little like texture and bumps.
Mine feels like, honestly, like fish scales when I'm getting a breakout.
Yeah, it's like bumpy.
Yeah, it's like it feels like it's scaly or something. Yeah, I hate it.
No, it's not good.
Not good at all. Girls, I'm hanging on for my life here. Are we done? I think we are. Thank you for listening.
We love you so much. We'll probably record another in person.
We will, absolutely. And I won't be hungover in the next one, I promise.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, love you so much. Bye.